God, please help me.
I think we just discovered their base. Look. You see that? There's like a house down there.
Yo, he disappeared.
Aldo!
Dude, there's something orange over there. Look at that. It looks like a face. There's a face. Dude, look at my screen. Look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face. Oh. What the fuck is that?
Let's go, let's go.
What the fuck is that? Go.
On July 13th, 2025, deep inside the rain-drenched forests of New England, Marlo from Explore With Me, Marlo C. sets out on what should have been another calm solo camping trip. Her channel usually focuses on peaceful nights outdoors, simple routines, and quiet wilderness experiences. But this night feels different, unusually tense, strangely muted. Before sunrise, a series of disturbing sounds will force her to break a personal rule she has never broken on any adventure before.
Today we're in the Atipa voyage. It's coming up on 7:30. Figured I'd just take a little woodland walk. It's pretty out here. It's coming up on 11 o'clock. Good night, guys. Thought I heard like footsteps or something. I've had an uneasy feeling all night. Hello? You ever get that uneasy feeling and you don't know why? I mean, I feel like I'm in like a safe area, but I don't know.
As darkness settles in and rain taps rhythmically against the tent, Marlo relaxes after a basic dinner and a slow walk through the woods. Suddenly, a sharp crack slices through the stillness, a single hard noise that stops her in place. She waits, hoping the forest will explain it, but the silence that follows feels heavier than before. Something out there is only just beginning to make itself known.
Maybe we should just take a walk or something and check it out. I've never bailed on a camp. I mean, it's crossing my mind. I've never bailed on a camp, whether it was a regular camp, a stealth camp, or a wild camp, so... Oh man, I don't feel like getting out. Hello? Do you just ever get that feeling that you're being watched? I don't mean by like, animals or wildlife or anything like that, but you just get that eerie feeling. That's the feeling I'm getting. And I could have sworn I heard, like, that when like a branch sort of breaks from like a footstep? That's kind of what I thought I heard. Yeah, my heart's racing and everything. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do.
The quiet breaks again, but now the sound feels deeper, slower, intentional. Marlo senses the shift immediately, an overwhelming feeling that something stands just beyond the thin wall of her shelter. It doesn't resemble the wind, and it doesn't match the rainfall, and every pause makes the air feel tighter. She thinks about stepping outside, but instinct overrides curiosity. From that moment on, instinct begins guiding every decision she makes.
I am out. Oh, sorry I didn't film that. I've never taken down a tent at night before. I've never, ever taken down a tent at night before, and it is not fun, especially a wet one. I've never bailed a camp, but I've just got that like negative energy feel or vibe or whatever it is, and I could have sworn I heard like a crunch of a footstep, or it's just eye shine from an animal right back there. Have you ever gotten that feeling? It's definitely something that you feel like deep in the pit of your stomach. I don't know what happened. I'm not sure. I know I heard something, and by the time, of course, when you get the camera on, you know, you hear the tail end of it or nothing at all. I can't, and I wouldn't even be able to fall asleep. You know how you get like nervous and stuff like that. You wouldn't be able to fall asleep. If you have like that kind of a feeling, or you have like a negative feeling or an unsafe feeling, then I think the best bet would be to leave.
Unease finally turns into certainty. Marlo chooses to do something she almost never does. She tears down camp in the middle of the night, quietly packing her gear beneath the rain. The hike back is tense and fast, each step filled with the feeling that she isn't alone in the trees. Once safely inside her vehicle, she summarizes it simply. Out here, when something feels wrong, it's safer to leave than wait for answers that may never appear. Viewers believe her reaction was justified. Possibly someone wandering nearby, wildlife acting strangely, or something else that preferred to stay hidden. Most agree that trusting her instincts was the right choice. If the woods weren't empty that night, what was circling her camp? And why did everything go silent the moment she chose to leave? On May 18, 2025, far inside a secluded desert canyon once covered by the ancient Sea of Cortez, solo van traveler Lydia Rico set out to film another chapter of her off-grid life. Her channel focuses on calm, ASMR-style adventures, often peaceful, yet sometimes risky. But on this journey, far from phone signal and paved highways, one simple mistake leaves her stuck in a place where heat, silence, and isolation become serious threats of their own.
Alright, I just got stuck. 20 psi right now.
She began by lowering the tires by hand, trying to compensate for the missing tool she normally depends on. As she continued deeper into the canyon, towering cliffs and shifting sand constantly reminded her how quickly this terrain can turn dangerous. Still, she kept going, unaware of how fast the desert would soon test her patience, and eventually,
Oh, that's what happens when you're about to get stuck. Alright, I just got stuck. I was trying to camp right here in the back tire. I stopped before it's getting worse. I'm stuck right now. So I'm gonna have to dig myself out and hopefully getting out really easily. Damn it. God, please hit me. Ah! Yes, 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 yes. Let's go, baby. Ah.
that narrow, quiet road led straight to a costly mistake. While looking for a campsite, the van sank into soft sand and stopped immediately. One traction board wasn't enough, and every attempt only proved how determined the ground was to trap her. Heat, exhaustion, and frustration increased with every shovel of sand she cleared away, but the desert still wasn't done tightening its grip. She tried again. 2 boards, deeper digging, lower tire pressure, anything that might give the van a chance. After multiple tense pushes, the wheels finally broke loose, releasing the stress that had followed her since the moment she got stuck. Drained but relieved, she reached solid ground and finally allowed herself to breathe, knowing she narrowly avoided a far worse night alone in the canyon. Viewers point out how isolation turns a mistake into genuine danger. Getting trapped in soft sand becomes a true survival situation. If she hadn't managed to free herself, how long could she have lasted alone in that silent canyon? On August 1st, 2025, the barren stretches of the Nevada desert become the backdrop for a long-anticipated expedition by Tyler from Independence Overland, a channel devoted to overlanding journeys and remote camps across the American West. This time, he and a friend head toward the border of Area 51, guided by old stories, modern speculation, and a fascination that never quite faded from childhood. Out there, beneath endless skies, they're reminded that the desert rarely leaves visitors entirely on their own.
With at least some of our tourist duties out of the way, we've made it onto the dirt that surrounds the mysterious Area 51.
Did you guys hear that?
That was a sonic boom from them testing aircraft.
Like I felt it in my chest. Like someone kicked me. You see the truck?
Yeah,
that's one of the camo dudes
that are watching, and we can't go past this sign.
Yeah, this isn't the gate I thought it was.
We have made it to the perimeter of Area 51, and this is Groom Lake Road. And if you look behind me, there's an F-150 sitting up on the hillside. And basically they just have people that wait to make sure nobody's crossing lines and stuff, because it does happen quite often. We're not looking to do anything like that. We're gonna respect all the boundaries. I'm not trying to do anything stupid here. We did hear a sonic boom. I'm hoping we don't hear any of those in the middle of the night. They're doing all sorts of testing out here, so who knows what we're gonna see or hear. I think now we're gonna get out here and try to find us a campsite.
As expected, the security that protects the perimeter of the base hasn't lost track of us. We're positioned where they can't see us from their perch, but they're making sure to let us know that we haven't gone unnoticed.
It is funny how they just like nose in and just sit there and stare at you. It's like a weird intimidation thing.
As they neared Groom Lake Road, the scenery shifted from open wilderness to a place defined by warning signs and silence. Then, on a distant ridge, they noticed the white trucks, security guards known as the Camo Dudes, watching from above, motionless, yet impossible to ignore. Tyler and his crew stayed firmly on public land, but the silent surveillance never relented. And when night arrived, the desert revealed something even more unusual.
Intensely bright blue and red stationary lights were shining above these clouds right until I grabbed my camera. We could tell by the intensity of these lights that whatever it was relatively close, but none of us can see it with the naked eye. Zooming in on the footage, however, exposes 2 what looked to be triangular-shaped craft, and these were making no noise and they were not moving.
The whole thing with this story is that it is obviously not created by us, but it doesn't necessarily mean it wasn't created here. I don't know what it is. I don't think anybody who's watching this video actually knows what it is.
As exciting as this spot has been, we want to see the main gate, so into the climate control of the trucks and on to our next destination, a place that we will absolutely, positively see an alien.
So yeah, we stopped at the Little Alien to eat, and they were not allowing filming inside. There's a bunch of signs everywhere. We're gonna make our way to the other gate.
Perhaps my mind was a little too adventurous when determining where the main gate might be, because our last option is straight down the widest and most maintained dirt road that we've come across. Seeing the main gate of one of the most secretive places in the United States, if not the entire world, was incredible to see. But with how locked off this place is, our time is better spent heading into the trails to see if we can set up for the night to observe the sky.
Once darkness covered Delamar, their cameras recorded what their eyes struggled to fully comprehend. 2 colored lights suspended near the cloud layer. They didn't sway, didn't flicker, almost as if fixed in place far beyond the mountains. Through zoom, the object appeared triangular, its edges softened by distance, completely still. Even the most skeptical among them couldn't dismiss it so easily. But the most unsettling experience came during their final night.
Which direction was the base?
It's that way.
Tonight, we are far enough off the beaten path and far enough away from any gates that we don't have to worry about any unexpected visitors. But we're still close enough to the base that we can look up and wonder what kind of technology could be flying around up there.
It started way over here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was like here, and it went like up, and then it stopped, and then it started moving this way.
Yeah, 90 degrees.
You light it up again with that laser?
We all saw glimpses of unconventional lights in the sky on this trip. And whether they're man-made or not, it's exactly what we wanted to see while visiting Area 51.
Camping miles from civilization, they watched a lone light shoot upward from the horizon, pause, then change direction at a sharp right angle. Too abrupt for normal aircraft, too deliberate to be drifting debris. It glided, halted, shifted again, and eventually disappeared into the stars. When silence returned, Caleb admitted the trip altered his perspective, leaving all of them with more uncertainty than clarity. Some viewers believed the group was being monitored the entire time, pointing to both the camo dudes and the unexplained aerial motion. Others think the lights may have been classified testing, visible only to those close enough to notice. If these lights appeared while they happened to be watching, how many slipped by unseen on nights they weren't? And beyond those dark ridgelines, who else might have been staring back across the desert? On May 31st, 2025, the creator behind Dead Appalachia walked into Big Ridge State Park, following the Ghost House Trail, one of the region's most unsettling corridors of memory. His channel is known for exploring deep into Appalachian folklore, blending old narratives with the quiet weight of the forgotten places. But on this trail, the past didn't just feel preserved, it felt aware.
I'm essentially going to be hiking the entirety of the Big Ridge State Park, showing you these locations: the grist mill, the ghost house, and the location of an Indian ambush site. Near the trailhead stands the Norton Grist Mill, constructed in 1825. Now this structure here is the Norton Grist Mill. Now this next part may be speculative rumor, but they say that the man who built this mill, his daughter was suspected of witchcraft. And they say the man hung his own daughter because he thought she was a witch. Here's the outside of the mill. Looks quite decrepit. I imagine this was gorgeous back in its day. There's a nice little creek here. We're gonna go check out what remains of the ghost house. We're gonna check out a hidden cemetery. This here's where we're going. The next part of our adventure takes place around 0.4 miles into the trail, the Norton Cemetery. Some tales suggest that photographs taken here reveal silhouettes of the departed standing by their graves.
The journey began at the old Norton Grist Mill, standing in place since 1825. Its story lingers in local memory, the tale of a man who believed his own daughter was a witch and ended her life along the mill's path. He reflected on the unease of standing where belief turned into tragedy, a reminder that much of the darkness in these mountains comes from people, not ghosts. Yet farther down the trail, something else seemed to be waiting.
As we continue along the trail, we come across the infamous ghost house. Now, only a root cellar, a cistern, and a well casing remain at this place. But many folks have reported seeing different specters and ghosts. Both park rangers and hikers alike have reported a strange specter of a man in work boots, gray pants, and a red flannel shirt hiking off trail in the woods. And he is said to vanish without a trace if you approach him, which just leaves behind an even bigger aura of mystery for me.
Next came the remains of the ghost house, now reduced to a cellar, a cistern, and the earth that swallowed everything else. This is the spot tied to reports of a strange figure. Gray pants, red flannel, work boots, seen by hikers and rangers, only to disappear when anyone approached. It carried a quieter kind of fear, subtle and unexplained, lingering in the empty footprint where the home once stood. But the trail still held a story carved deeper than rumor.
I'm about to do about 500 feet of elevation right now, heading up to the top of this mountain where there's Indian ambush site is. See no signs of human activity. We're definitely getting close. These are historical rock walls. Whew. All right, after about an hour of hiking, we're here. November 13th, 1794, hiding between these two huge boulders, Indians ambushed, killed, and scalped Peter Graves, a pioneer settler from the Sharp Station located 1/2 mile to the north. Erected in 1968 by the descendants of the early settlers of this area. Here in the eastern woodlands, back in the frontier days, was very dangerous. I mean, look at all this dense forest. I mean, we're talking Native Americans, bears, disease, bobcats, mountain lions, all kinds of things that roamed around these woods during that time. Yeah, nice little piece of rocky rock. This was all supposed to be a trail, but no one's come up here in God knows how long.
Beyond the climb, between two towering stones, stood the place where Peter Graves was ambushed in 1794, killed and scalped in an attack that marked the brutal reality of frontier life in the eastern woodlands. A memorial set there decades later only reinforces how real the danger once was. Reaching this point, the creator reflected on the harshness of the land and the silence that settles over places marked by blood and memory. Standing between the stones, the past felt closer than anything supernatural. Many viewers pointed out that the region's unease comes not just from legends, but from a layered past built on loss, conflict, and stories that refuse to disappear. On trails like this, memory often feels stronger than myth. If daylight already felt heavy with old stories, what might the ridge reveal to someone who returns after dark, when the forest keeps the trail entirely for itself? On October 5th, 2025, Dan Bell, creator of Dan Bell, Ya Film It, a channel known for late-night urban exploration, found himself deep near Seneca Rocks in West Virginia. His videos usually uncover forgotten motels, abandoned schools, and eerie roadside relics. But this night felt different. As he pushed farther into Appalachia's quiet darkness, every shadow seemed to carry weight, suggesting the stillness around him might not be entirely empty.
Look at this place. Yoakum Vacationland Motel Restaurant. Here's the motel. Look at this place. I guess this was an early car phone. You could just pull up here and make your call right from your driver's seat. This place is so old. It's like a peek back into the past. Damn, it's creepy. Oh my god. Yeah, this must have been like some elementary school or middle school or something like that. Oh my goodness. Seneca Rocks Elementary School, 1955. Look at this place.
Dan began his night drifting past the remains of Yoakum's vacation land, moving between fading signs and empty motel shells. Not far down the road, he reached the abandoned Seneca Rocks Elementary School, its darkened windows and aging exterior frozen since 1955. The silence around these places felt dense, as if time had stepped aside but never truly left. That quiet unease felt like a warning for what waited deeper into the night.
Jesus, that's a creepy looking goodness. Oh, the curtains are all torn. Looks like an old haunted house. There cannot possibly be people living in there. That is so creepy. Secretly, I want to go and see if the door's open, but I'm worried that there might still be somebody in there. I don't know if going in is a good idea. I just went to get out of the truck to go check this house out to see if the front door is open, and a car rode by and they slowed down. I had already turned my truck off, so the lights were off, and then I sat here for 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, and the car had turned around and come back, and then I heard something over here. It sounded like something metal, like someone taking like a shovel and hitting it on concrete. Oh, there's a car coming up behind me. People out here don't mess around. I'm gonna just pull into this Liberty station. They'll go past. They're pulling into the Liberty station as well. It's kind of strange. There's a light in the woods. There. You can see it right there. Right there. What is that light? Huh. That's not a star. What the hell is that? It's not a house. Oh God, why am I on this road? This is so creepy. I can't imagine if my engine died or I had a flat tire. I'd have to really be brave. Call AAA. If I even have... I probably don't have cell reception up here. I guess I'd have to walk back to the main road. Oh, that would be horrible. Goddamn Blair Witch house. Jesus, that's creepy looking. There's still seats. Chairs sitting on the front porch. A lot of people just die and there's no relatives, there's no kin, next of kin, so they just, their homes are just abandoned. This light, I swear to God, has been following me. I saw it about 10 miles from here, and it was... Anyway, it just seems like it's been following me, I don't know.
Later, when he slowed near a deteriorating roadside house, tension crept in. A passing car slowed as it went by, then returned minutes later. From somewhere nearby came a harsh, metallic impact, something that sounded like metal striking concrete. The moment pushed him to leave, stopping only once he reached an old Liberty station to shake the feeling. But even there, the sense that something unseen was shifting around him never completely faded. Farther along the road, Dan noticed a strange light hanging too low to be part of the sky, matching his route for miles. The drive led him past an old weathered cabin he jokingly called the Blair Witch House, unsettling in the weak glow.
It's like a vintage restaurant. The napkins are still on the tables. Look at this place. Look at the child seat. Wild. Anyone home? Looks like a shape of a human being standing back there. I think it's an alien, actually. It's an extraterrestrial waiting for me to jump the fence so it can take me up. Look at that face. Doesn't it look like an alien face? Okay, it's like moving. I'm getting out of here. Oh, you can see it, but across the street there's a light from that house. It's like a dim light, and it's a field over there. I don't know. Maybe somebody's having I tried to bring the brightness up all the way on the phone, but it's just not good enough.
Later, near a fenced area, he spotted a figure that seemed almost human, until he realized it was only an illusion created by shadows and angle. The unease lasted long enough for him to decide the night had already given more than enough. Some viewers believe the drifting lights and tense moments show how Appalachia amplifies fear, blurring instinct and imagination. If those lights truly stayed with him, what might have been just out of reach the whole time, watching quietly from the dark? On September 27th and 29th of 2023, Mo, Sargi, and Aldo pushed deep into the Appalachian Mountains near Bluefield, West Virginia. Their channel, known for survival challenges and investigations tied to disturbing legends, set out to explore reports of feral people. But the farther they went, the more it felt like the forest was responding to their presence.
We just know to be careful now because we've talked to a lot of locals. No one goes out anymore. It's been abandoned. This trail in particular that we're walking is closed down for some reason. Yo, this looks like some weird ass language, dude. What do you think it says? I don't know, but it could be like communication between like the feral people. Like, I'm just speculating here, but it could be.
It also, I mean, it looks like people put their initials too, just like how people do that for fun.
But here's the thing, for the people that do talk about the feral people, they don't know how they communicate. There's no reception out here.
No, there isn't. I heard that the feral people actually communicate with clicking.
Yeah, clicking, whistling, type of howling, and singing from what I've heard too.
They followed the closed trail toward the Pinnacle Rock, passing a weathered sign and spotting strange carvings etched into the trees. Mo mentioned the unsettling stories connected to those symbols, questioning who or what may have left them there. The woods felt strangely aware of them, and the unease only increased as they continued.
What's wrong? Dude, what? I think we just discovered their base. Look. Do you see that? There's like a house down there. I don't know if I can catch him. I can't. See it? I thought I seen someone. And dude, there's also this weird structure here. Usually this means this is like their headquarters. Oh, I mean, maybe they're living here. Oh, yo, there's another house down there. Do you see anyone walking? There was a weird, like, I thought I seen a weird guy over there. Dude, you might have just saw a feral person down there. You would hear that? A faint whistle. I heard that. Should we go down there? Yeah, we should go down there. Okay, do you see anyone right now? No. I think it's safe. Whoa, look at this structure. This kind of reminds me of, like, coal mining stuff. There might have been a mine here at one point. There's rails up there from a coal mine. What the heck is all this? It's closed. This trail was closed for a reason, guys. We actually just stumbled upon a feral camp, so keep your eyes open.
I'm glad you have the baseball bat.
I mean, I don't plan on hurting anyone, as long as they're nice to us, right?
Yeah.
Trail closed. So, there's a house there? Oh my god, there's a mine shaft. There's an old abandoned mine shaft in the mountains. I saw a guy going off that way. What? Look at this old mining cart. Oh, they've blocked it off. Well, there's no way he got in here because they blocked us off. I wonder if it goes in deep. Oh, it's a mine shaft, dude. It goes in deep. So there's no way he went in here. I seen somebody in like a camo jacket or a hoodie of some sort. He had what's it called? His face looked different. He was very pale.
Pale?
Yeah, very pale.
Yeah, let's keep looking around.
There's a chance that he's in this building right now. Tent. There's a tent. Hey, we mean you no harm.
We just want to be friends. In here?
Oh, it's a homemade toilet.
Why would there be a homemade toilet?
Because they're living around here.
Deep in an abandoned trail.
This might be where they come up to the trails to like rob people.
Near an abandoned mining valley, Mo caught sight of a pale-faced figure rushing across his field of view. Soon after, they discovered a collapsed tent and a crude outdoor toilet, signs that someone may have been living out there. The sense of being watched followed every step. But everything escalated when they left the main trail.
There's a little shack in the middle of the forest near the water.
So I don't know how we're gonna get down.
Really?
Because it's a mountain drop and there's a fence, so we gotta find a way. So we could probably go from here because there's a way out of the fence.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah. Dude, we're literally climbing down a mountain right now, an entire mountain. So we decided we're gonna risk our life to give you guys some more content. By the time we make it down the mountain and down to the river, which we don't know if that's even a guarantee, it's gonna be dark.
It's gonna be quite a while.
Like, I don't mind the darkness, but when it gets dark, the animals come out.
Yeah.
And also the feral people.
You know, the worst part is you can tumble down the mountain and this is all barbed wire that you're touching.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm losing my balance. Oh, we're almost there. You hold on to trees. Woo. I'm making it look too easy for you guys. Let me show you the angle that this is. This is like an 80-degree angle. Holy shit, this is a 90-degree angle at this point. Careful, careful. Oh my God, he almost died. Please be careful, hold on. Whoa. All there is train tracks. And more mountain to scale down. Okay, as you guys can see, we are almost down by the river. Whoa. Whoa. Aldo. Wait, where'd he go? Aldo. Yo, he disappeared. Aldo. Wait, actually? Aldo. Oh, hey. Oh my God, oh my God. Yo. Hey. You okay? Yo, hey. Hey. Yo, Aldo, wake up. Yo, hey. Aldo, wake up. Hey, are you okay? What happened? Get up. Did you hit your head? Did you fall? Do you remember what happened? Bro, seriously, are you playing a joke on me or what? Like, are you okay? Why do you keep looking up that way? What happened? Did you slip and fall?
No, something was following us.
Something was following us?
Yeah. I heard something. I heard something. So I turned around. And then everything went black. I saw someone. Yes, I think someone hit me.
Does your head hurt? Does your legs hurt?
My head hurts.
Your head hurts?
Right here. Come through there. There's like a bump. You feel it? Am I bleeding?
No, you're not bleeding. You're good.
While descending toward the river to reach a small shack, the ground turned dangerous. Then Mo turned and realized Aldo was missing. He found him moments later on the ground, confused and unable to explain what happened. The woods felt as though they were closing in. Trying to climb back out brought them straight into something worse.
I'm just happy that we got up here before it got dark. Yeah. Because we still have 1,000 steps to climb, right? Man, worth it though. Worth it. Go. Run. Go. What's that? Someone there. There was someone there. There was someone there.
I think they're trying to keep us out of their territory.
There was clicking. There was actual clicking. What if it's following us, dude? Wait, what's that in the window? What's that in the window? There's a face. Dude, look at my screen. Look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face.
Oh.
What the f*** is that?
Let's go.
Dude, I can't run no more. What is that? A head? Is that a person?
Someone watching us?
Dude, there's something orange over there. Look at that. It looks like a face. Alright, so we're officially lost somehow. Yeah. No clue where the hell we are. But we're trying to make our way out. We are literally lost in the Appalachian forest. Let me show you guys how dark it is without night vision. Right now you can kind of see the skyline. There was something chasing after us and we went like a different trail and we just kept going and going. And we have no idea where we are now. So I'm hoping we're gonna find some safety somewhere.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Oh!
What?
Yo, shelter. Yes. Yes, we're so exhausted, guys. Bro, this must have been something that was part of the mine shaft.
I think this is literally the best spot. Oh, let's just chill here, relax, refresh, and as soon as the sun comes out, we'll be out of here.
Somebody's walking. Hello?
Yeah, somebody was just walking.
Oh my God, what is that? What on earth is that? It's completely red. It's moving, look, it keeps going. Where'd it go? It looks like the moon, but it's not, right?
Yeah, it's clear zoomed in. There's definitely not so much.
I'm so scared to be here right now. Oh, I see it. It's currently 3:13 a.m. Dude, we have to make a decision. I don't know if I want to stay here.
Because I keep hearing like howling and stuff.
We're hearing howling and some rustling in the bushes. We're going on another trail now. Yeah, I missed it. We heard something frightening. That sounded something terrifying. It was like screaming.
Yeah.
I don't know if the camera is picking up on the noises because it's so loud out here. Let's just keep going, dude. Yo, what was that?
Bro,
what is
go, there's something there.
What did you see?
Bro, there's something down there.
What did you see? Huh?
Bro, there's a feral person.
You caught something on camera?
Yeah. There's something down there, bro.
You got something. Wait, step away. Where is it? Oh, there's someone there. There was a guy there.
Yeah, you see that?
What the hell?
Yo, someone's stalking us. There's a dude there.
That was that tree that you saw him, right?
Yeah.
I just walked past that tree. Someone just fired a gun.
Really?
Yeah. I just turned off the camera too. I can hate myself for that. I think my flashlight is dying out. Or this camera. Oh my god, I hear clicking. Oh! There's someone down there. Dude, I actually saw him? Let's go. Let's get the fuck out. Back to the cave, guys. Back to the cave. Oh! We're being shot at. We're being shot at. Oh!
A strange clicking echoed overhead. When Mo raised his light toward a small cabin, he froze. An orange-toned face stared out from the window in complete silence. Panic sent them running down the mountain. But the night wasn't done with them yet. Sheltering inside a concrete bunker, footsteps moved around outside. A red light drifted between the trees. Hours later, Mo spotted a figure hiding behind a tree, followed by a sudden explosive crack that shook both of them. By sunrise, they were exhausted and ready to leave. Comments echoed their fear. Warnings about whistles, strange lights, and people who disappear into the mountains long before anyone ever notices. If this is all they managed to see, what stayed hidden just beyond the edge of their lights? That's it for tonight. Which moment creeped you out the most? Drop it in the comments. Have your own story? Share it with us, and stay tuned. The next one is even darker.